MG XS 1.0T 2017 review. 6. We drive MG's upcoming Ford EcoSport rival in China spec, good looks and a smart interior bode well for the UK version. What is it? The MG XS might just be the most crucial car MG has made in years. Following the larger GS SUV, the XS, or CS as it's called in China, is the car most likely to crack the UK market, where MG's sales have been sluggish since it was reborn under China's SAIC Motor Corporation. The XS is aimed directly at the Ford EcoSport, which probably makes its life a little easier given that many would argue the EcoSport is Ford's weakest product, and will almost certainly be priced to undercut its rival, which currently starts at £15,400. We won't know how much the XS will cost in Britain for sure until it is launched this November, but for now, we can gauge what sort of impact it might have on the market with an early drive of a Chinese spec ZS model. The car we're driving at SAIC's Guangdong Proving Ground in Anhui, China is a 1.0T Lux. This model's 3-pot will make it to Britain with the same 123 bhp and 125 pounds-foot of torque, sitting above a naturally aspirated 1.5-litre 4-cylinder engine that outputs 118 bhp and 111 pounds-foot. Our Chinese spec car uses a 6-speed torque converter transmission, but UK automatic cars will almost certainly get a dual clutch box. The standard transmission will, however, be a 6-speed manual. What's it like? Looks-wise, it's fair to say the MG has its main rival beat, with its tauter body and more aggressive face making for a more mature exterior. Although you could argue that the win is partly due to the XS borrowing a few lines and features from other brands, like its headlights and grille, which look remarkably similar to those on a Mazda CX-5. The car sits on 17-in wheels in top spec which, despite coming in attractive designs, actually look a bit underwhelming under the car's wide wheel arches. This problem will only be accentuated on lower models, with entry cars in Britain probably getting steel wheels, with 16s for mid-level versions. There's no denying the cabin is a significant step forward for the SAIC-owned MG brand. The center console is almost Germanic in its simplistic design, and it gets an 8-in LCD touchscreen in higher models. The touch and feel of the interior plastic trim is also a marked step up, and high-trim versions get leather seats with leather-clad door and dash trim. Legroom in the back is better than the EcoSport, and the boot is also generously sized despite featuring a space-saver wheel under the floor. Admittedly, with the seats folded down, the EcoSport edges ahead for maximum storage, offering 1,238 liters of space to the ZS's 1,166 liters. Our drive in the XS is limited to a coned-off test track, but immediately the technical course shows that the Chinese spec car has a noticeably more body roll than the EcoSport and nothing in the way of steering feel. The car also lacks the agility of sportier offerings like the Mazda CX-3, and even the EcoSport edges ahead for driver engagement, suggesting the XS's softer ride might hamper road enjoyment. Although, like the larger GS, there's a strong chance that UK cars will get a retuned setup. Our car's powertrain feels strong and its 3-cylinder tone as good as any other in this class. But the China spec automatic gearbox is sluggish and unresponsive, emphasizing the importance of a dual clutch option for British cars. Should I buy one? If MG can adapt its XS to the UK with a dual clutch automatic option and also dial out some of the car's body roll, the car stands in very good stead. Especially if it's priced a good margin lower than its main rivals, we're guessing from around £12,500, who will offer better depreciation and brand prowess. If MG can address all of that, the XS will represent good value for money as well as being a refreshingly attractive new entry into this segment. It could therefore quickly become the marque's best-selling model in Britain. No pressure. Location: China, on sale. November, price: DBC, engine, 3 cells, 1.0-liter, turbo, petrol, power. 123 bhp, torque. 125 pounds-foot, gearbox. 6 SPD automatic, curb weight. DBC, top speed. DBC, 0 to 62 miles per hour. DBC, economy. DBC, CO2/tax band. TBC, BC.